What's up, everybody? Max Whitman here, joined as always. To my left is Kato, and we have made it to Slammiversary, folks. Our first big pay-per-view of the year. It is July 2018. We are in Ontario, Canada, in front of 4,400 fans. And we added a little sound effects for your listeners, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it was cool.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, it only took us like 5 tries to get it right. Anyway, folks, here we go. We are going right into our show here. Let's open it up. This is Slammiversary. This is what we've been going for. I'm pumped. I know Kato's pumped.
Man, we have a good show. I think we have a really good show.
I think it's a really good show. All right. We've been hyping this up for a while now, so let's get right into it. And here we are. We're opening with the man of the hour, Chris Jericho, opening it up with an 89 rated promo. This is a pre-match promo. It's your standard backstage promo. Cutting on Kenny Omega, his opponent coming up, getting ready for the match. We get an 89. Did a massive job improvising. Mike Tenay and Don Callis were weak. Interesting.
They need to be fired.
Interesting, but did get the show off to a strong start and got the crowd started hot.
That's exactly what we wanted. Exactly the reaction we was looking for. Start the show off with a nice bang, get the crowd up, and get the crowd into the show from the jump. And that's exactly what he did.
So we got it. Predictions on their match rating. This might be a little bit of a longer episode.
I'm gonna say about
I'm going 77.
Wow, because I was going. Dang. I'm going.
Fine.
I'm going to give him a 79.
All right.
I wanted to go 82, but that's a little high.
I think Jericho will be up at like an 84, but I think Omega might be down in like a at best low 70.
Yeah, you know what? This may be about 75. To be honest.
Here we go. 74. Good call. Yo, that's a great opening match, though. It's a good start to the show. Kenny Omega defeats Chris Jericho by pinfall with a Fisherman's Buster. The One-Winged Angel. Nobody kicks out the One-Winged Angel. Once again, we've got 2 storylines here advancing that shouldn't be advancing because I forgot to take these guys out of the storyline that they were in. No big deal. Look at Kenny Omega. What do you get? A 62, 78. So it was Jericho that kind of was a little bit under where we thought he'd be.
And it's actually
but he is in time decline.
Kenny Omega actually raised up his level.
Yeah.
Because he normally hangs around the 58, 60 mark, and he stepped up.
I'll be interested to see the popularity boost that he gets from this. Jericho on his way down. I'm not surprised that he's under the 80. But good start to the show. I'm happy with it.
It is.
Lego. Next thing here, we get our tag team match, our 3-way tag team match. And what do we got here? In a bout that had decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. Anarchy defeats the Canadian Bulldog and Pentagon. Okay, the order of elimination was the Canadian Bulldogs first, and then Pentagon and Fuego Rudo.
Interesting.
They showed chemistry together.
Cage and Callahan continue to just do better and better every week.
Yeah, what'd they get there? What's
48, 46, 49.
46 and 49. Okay. What was Fuego Rudo? That's who I'm looking at here.
He's a 30.
30.
I mean, he's been hanging around about right there.
Yeah.
I like Cedric. He's actually up to a 37 this match. And Pentagon,
he's green, man. He's green.
Yeah, Pentagon. I mean, man, like he's good. He's just
what
good.
He come in at
54. He pretty much helped carry this match. He's good.
Honestly, it's about exactly what I expected from the match. It's a cool down match from the Jericho Omega match. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So the flow of our pay-per-view so far is going exactly how we wanted it to. So yeah, let's move on to the next match and see what we got.
All right, so this is the Cody Rhodes entrance, 69. I'm not surprised. I mean, you talk.
Okay,
so it's based on his popularity. So his popularity is a high 40, I think, or low 50s.
Yeah.
So to be a 69 is actually, to me, that's actually better than it could have been. Usually it's pretty much based on how popular he is.
Yeah.
It's a Cody Rhodes entrance, right? Nothing crazy. It's just an elaborate entrance. This is Cody Rhodes versus Jay Lethal. What's your thoughts?
I think I'm gonna give this match about a 65.
I think it's to be better. I think it's to be a 68.
All right, let's go.
Now, keep in mind that the pay-per-view that we're using here requires a 77.
Yeah.
This was your idea.
This was my idea. I thought this show was going to rate out at least at a 77. Right now, we're actually on pace.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Let's see what we get here. 71.
71, okay.
What did I think it was going to be? 68.
60, I said 65.
Yeah, so we're doing all right here.
I like that they beat both of us.
They beat both of us. I like that.
Wow.
It's the Lethal Rise, so in-ring, Cody 72, Lethal 67. So here's what's happening here. We get Great wrestling, good heat. Jay Lethal defeats Cody Rhodes by pinfall with a flying elbow drop following interference from Tommy Mercer. During the match, we also had a run-in and attack Rhodes. So Bram and Mercer are going to run in. They're going to attack Cody Rhodes. They're going to distract him. It allows Lethal to score the victory.
Yep.
Then
the Lethal Squad
Then the beatdown
emerges.
begins. The Jay Lethal Squad emerges. So we get a complete and total decimation, a complete beatdown of Cody Rhodes, led by Jay Lethal. Lethal's after the match. Lethal grabs a mic, says, "This is the new landscape of Impact Wrestling. This will change the face of Impact Wrestling one superstar at a time.
I like it.
Cody Rhodes is first. There will be somebody next."
I mean, for them to come in, for Jay Lethal to come in and take out a guy like Cody Rhodes of his stature, man, that's a big statement.
Yep.
And that's the type of statement that I was hoping he would make.
I agree.
Coming in and having these two guys, Brand and Mercer, having someone like Jay Lethal with them is only gonna help them thrive.
Yeah.
So I like what Jay Lethal can do for them two, and I also like what those two do for Jay Lethal by keeping Jay Lethal strong.
Yeah.
Having those two big guys in this corner.
Yeah. So we get that. Let's say Cody Rhodes does the stretcher job. They hoist him out on a stretcher. They bring him back. They've got him in a neck brace. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on with Cody Rhodes. We'll have to wait and see on Impact. Next segment. Okay. We get our triple threat match for the Impact title, not the Impact, the X Division title. Johnny Impact is going to win the X Division title. He beats Matt Sydal by pinfall with a Starship Pain to win the X Division title. What do we get here? Okay,
Trevor Lee. He did,
Trevor Lee brought it down.
Yeah, he brought it down.
Yeah.
If you've been watching our old videos, you'll know that Trevor Lee actually won the title by just pretty much accident. That on our part, that was
He
should
won it
not
by
have been
mistake.
taken. So for him to even get a 36,
Yeah, I mean,
not too bad. It didn't affect the match so much the grading wise, since Max Sydal had a 59, and Impact had a 58, so it didn't really hurt the match too much. But from going forward, I think we'll see even better talent levels at the X Division title.
well, yeah. I mean, look, and I love Trevor Lee, and I know you love Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
But the belt obviously ended up on him prematurely.
Right.
I think Impact or Sydal, these are the guys that you really want holding that belt.
Right.
So I hate quick turnarounds on belts, but it needed to be done. So we get to 58, is what it is. All right, now we get the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Briscoes for the World Tag Team Championships. It scores a 63. The Briscoes make defense number 2. They successfully defend their titles, with Mark Briscoe defeating Alex Shelley by pinfall. It's not terrible.
No, it's about where I thought it would be at.
Yeah.
This is a match we wanted to see for a long time now, to see how they would grade out and work with each other. Pretty good. I will say the Motor City Machine Guns actually stepped up their talent level in this match. Mm-hmm. And they actually carried the match to the 63 because the Briscoes, neither one hit a 60.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie, you're way more sold on the Briscoes than I am.
I am.
But we'll save that for a creative.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll save that for the. As far as this is concerned, I love the Briscoes. I'm a big fan of the Briscoes.
So that's
Pause. Not. All right, here we go. So Joseph Park doing what Joseph Park does. This is basically just a menace angle. It's a pre-match interview, just like Jericho cut, but it's a pre-match interview based on the menace, where Joseph Park basically says that somebody small like Eddie Edwards doesn't stand a chance against him. He's going out and he's becoming the first ever Canadian champion. Dude, Park just does what Park does. The guy's a ratings machine.
Parks gets better and better every show. There's times where we like, okay, what are we going to do with Parks? And then we just put him in a random match and he just shines.
Yeah.
We put him in segments, he just shines.
Yeah.
Man, at 82, that's awesome.
I'll be honest.
And it's a freestyle.
It's a freestyle. Yeah, I'll be honest. I never expected it to hit 82.
No, I was thinking about 60s, to be honest.
Yeah, I never expected it to be that high of a rating.
What do you think the match is going to rate out as?
I think the match is, after this 82, the match will disappoint a little. I do. I think we're going to end up, Park is good for he's been in the 60s, figure it's a pay-per-view, he'll be mid to high 60s.
Right.
Maybe you get a 70 out of him, but let's go 65 to 70, somewhere in there. Edwards, I'll be honest, I don't really know a whole lot about Eddie Edwards. Like, I haven't... Eddie kind of... And again, does the creative meeting, the Eddie Edwards special, did that go up before Slammiversary or after? No, it's going to go up after.
Okay.
It's going to go up after. But anyway, the very next thing you watch is a creative meeting, and so you'll see where we are with Eddie Edwards, and our reasonings and stuff. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on Eddie. I don't really know much about Eddie. I like Eddie. I want him to succeed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he'll be in a... If I have to guess for the match, let's go 65, 66.
That's pretty high. I was going to give Eddie maybe a 58 to 61, and I was going to give Parks about a 61 to 65.
Okay.
So this match will probably grade out around 60 to 62-ish.
Okay.
But we put this match here for a reason. We wanted to slow the crowd, bring the crowd down just a little bit right before we hit our main event. So,
right. So it's there for a reason.
Yeah, we structured
and
it like this.
If nothing else, you know what Park and Edwards are going to give you. It may not be spectacular, but you know what they're going to give
it's going to be a good, solid match.
Yes.
So let's see. Hopefully we're both wrong. It's super high.
That's what it is, 69. 69.
That blew both of us out the water.
Yeah. So, again...
Well, look at this. This is actually pretty good because Eddie gave you a 61 about where I rated it.
So did Park.
And Park. So their match had to have been really good for them both to give 61 and then score 69. The crowd must have really been into it.
The crowd's hot. The crowd is hot, and that's why.
It's perfect.
All right, so there we go. So Eddie Edwards basically good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Eddie Edwards defeats Joseph Park by pinfall with a forward lung blower.
I don't know what
the hell is that? I don't know. Eddie Edwards wins the Canadian Championship. He becomes the first ever Impact Wrestling Canadian Championship. Kato, your thoughts?
I like
thoughts.
It. I like it. What I like even better is that Parks. Both of these guys have performance over a 60.
Yeah.
And for our Canadian titles and championships, we want guys that can deliver no less than a 60. Because these matches should be, to put it in today's form, Intercont title, Steph Rollins type matches.
Yeah.
That's what we want from our Canadian championship. So these guys' performance is right on the mark. And, I mean, I'm very, very actually happy. It beat what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. As a match total, it definitely beat what I thought it was going to be.
Performance-wise, I think we were both right on point.
Yeah, I think we were pretty much right around there. Edwards was right about where I thought it'd be. Park was a little bit lower. But yeah, I thought they both put on a pretty good show. Stepped it up for the pay-per-view. I'm happy for Eddie. Glad to see him become the Canadian champion.
Yeah. I think that also goes to show who else we could put Eddie in the ring with.
Yeah.
Because he can hang clearly.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see a match like this though, because it's you don't have to follow too many creative meetings to see. Like, I like series. I like a series of matches. I like when guys have the kind of chemistry that you can put in, 2 or 3 matches, 4 matches even.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to one-offs.
Right.
But I like seeing things like this where, all right, guy can come in, and have multiple good matches with somebody.
Yeah.
It just makes booking easier. Especially when you're doing like we are right now with 6 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes it a little better if you can have it makes it easier to do a year-long feud if guys can put up good numbers multiple times.
Exactly. I think that's one reason we work so well with this game, because we both like developing the story. We like building the story. We want to give you something. This is just one match that could be possibly a series of 5 matches.
Yeah.
But the story in between is 1 to 5 or 1 to 3. Is going to be, a great story. You're going to want to keep following. You're going to want to stay tuned. You want to keep watching. Not just, hey, let's put the 2 best guys in there and then just go move on to something else,
No, it is. It's, and there's a lot to a story, I guess, and where it's a lot of talking for a Canadian title match, but it's a lot to it. You've got Park, Joseph Park, the tail end of a career, a great career.
Yeah.
A totally different character than the Abyss character that made him famous.
Right.
But definitely towards the tail end of his career. And then you've got a guy like Eddie Edwards, who, loyal, right now at least has been loyal to Impact's, got that exclusive PPA deal, but a younger guy coming up through the ranks. There's a relatable story there, that, and honestly, it
kind
kind
of
of
like the Passion
happened
of the Torch type.
right, but it kind of happened organically. Like you can listen to all our creative meetings.
Yeah, these two guys was
They
never
never
in the
came up.
conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm invested in it. You know, even as the guy doing the booking, you know, and I know where the story's going. You know, it doesn't feel like you know where it's going because it's not like day one. You know, now that the match is in the past, day one we decided Kenny Omega would beat Chris Jericho. Right? Jericho's going to pass that torch. That's day one.
Right.
You can listen to our creative meetings and hear that.
Yeah.
But this was a matter of, dude, Park just keeps putting up good matches. Park. Yo, every time we put Eddie in there, Eddie puts up a good match.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Eddie's committed to the company. Maybe we put a title on him. He's got, you know, it just never... And so it's nice to see them go out, you know, and put up a 69 and kind of validate that. You know, it's a fun story to follow, even as the guy booking it.
Right. I mean, and there's one thing else about this game. Like, if you're not paying attention to, you know, your wrestlers, their wants... who they work good with, how they perform, you know, if they're good on the mic, like what they do, you're not going to get the ratings.
Yeah, you can miss stuff like that. It is. It's also, to me, it's just more fun that way. It's more fun when you're, you know,
engaged.
Right, when you're just organically letting those things happen, you know. But I think we've sucked their dicks enough. Let's move on to our next segment. We're heading in towards our main event here. So we got an angle with Austin Aries backstage. You know, Austin Aries talking about his match, his world title defense. You know, and basically, you know, saying that Dolph Ziggler thinks he can just come here because he's put in however many years, you know, making everybody else in the WWE look good.
Yeah, but
never
never
looking good himself. And coming over here and thinks that he can just run through guys because this is Impact Wrestling. Well, Mr. Impact himself, Austin Aries, is going to let him know that that's not the case. All
right, let's move. Well, prediction for the main event?
If I can be honest, I'm not super high on it. It's to me, it's the best main event we could have put together.
Yep.
But the few times that Dolph has wrestled, he's disappointed. Like, he was under 70 a couple of times.
Yep.
You know, now, he's been consistently high 60s, so I'm hoping that being Slammiversary, he pulls a 75. Aries has hit 70 before. I have no doubt that Aries could go to an 80.
So what do you think this match will rate out as?
I'm hopeful for a 76.
I was thinking a 78.
All right.
So
let's
run it. We need like an 80.
2, 1, 72.
72. Who disappointed? No one.
Nobody. I mean,
they did exactly what we thought they would do.
They did what they did. You know, so Dolph Ziggler... Well, anyway, Dolph Ziggler defeats Austin Aries in just over 30 minutes by pinfall after using a foreign object. Dolph Ziggler wins the Impact World title. So we get a tainted win here.
Yeah.
Dolph, you know, pulls the gimmick out of the trunks, clocks Aries with it. The ref doesn't see it, and he picks up the victory.
I like the idea of putting the belt on Dolph. I like the idea of these two actually wrestling, you know, often. These two guys are high 60s, low 70s. Even better than what we want for our world champions. So,
I mean, look, it's a good, solid match. You got to remember, it's Impact Wrestling, right? You're not going to be getting 80. It's a regional company. We're not even Cult.
Yeah.
So for a regional company, I mean, this show's going to finish. It's not going to top that 77.
Yeah, we wanted to hit 77 for this show. But, a little ambitious. I felt like this was a great card, honestly.
Yeah. The point is, though, the pay-per-view provider may not be super happy, but they're not going to kick us off pay-per-view for one event.
Right.
And this show was still broadcast to a huge audience. So it's, in terms of popularity growth, we're still going to get that even if the pay-per-view provider isn't super happy.
Yeah.
We can always go our next pay-per-view. We can always go back down with a lower one. We wanted to get Slammiversary out on a major network, major look, and it's a good solid match, and I'm sure they'll have good solid matches going forward.
Definitely.
And I mean, not for nothing, 72s are going to raise popularity all day.
Right.
It's going to raise the popularity all day.
Pay-per-view grades out at least a 73, 74.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Hopefully we get bonus points.
We'll go to our finish here. It's basically Dolph Ziggler doing a little celebration. He pulls an 80. So what could save us is our segments were all 80s and above.
That's true.
You got the 89 from Jericho, the 82 from Parks, and now the 80 from Ziggler.
So
those are the three.
Maybe?
Those are the three that are going to go into the match. You know, I could see a mid-70s. I could. I don't think we hit 77.
I could see a mid-70s, and I'm hoping that these segments have put it to at least a 77.
Though. I feel it's gonna be like a 69.
No way. No way we're in the 60s.
Here we go. 74. Okay.
Close.
Dude, I called that. I said 74,
You
75.
did. But look, we increased our popularity
and
every
it
week.
increases by a long shot. Like, it's not even close. Let's make a speech here. Joseph Parks, for sure. Joseph Park has to be pointed out as a good example.
Yep.
Eddie Edwards.
For winning the title, of course.
Eddie Edwards should be complimented on a good performance. And let's say...
Gotta be Dolph, right? He's the new champ. And
yeah. Dolph Ziggler. Let's give him a hug. Right?
Yeah.
I was pointing out as a good example. A compliment on a good performance.
Yeah, good performance.
All right. Make the speech. Joseph Park seems pleased. Eddie Edwards is pleased. Dolph Ziggler seems pleased. All right.
Everyone's happy.
Now, I want to read, before we end the video here, I want to read what the fans said about the show. Let's see.
I think the fans going to love the show.
It was a fantastic show.
That was a really
fantastic show. Let's see. Impact. Slammiversary. Yeah, the feedback has been that the show was awesome. In front of 4,600 fans? Yeah. So,
I mean,
Slammiversary 2018 goes off well. I'm happy with it. I really am. I'm happy with the 74.
I think that was our biggest crowd. Also,
Definitely our biggest crowd.
That was the biggest crowd. So, that was definitely the time we wanted to, have a performance like that. Yeah. We're gonna only get better. So, the show's gonna.
Look, it's a great for our first major pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. I mean, if we're getting a 74 at Slammiversary, there's no reason why we can't be close to an 80 by the time Bound for Glory rolls around 6 months down the road.
And that should be a hot card.
That should be a hot card.
Victory Road should be hot. They gotta tune in for the creative meeting.
We got some ideas. All right, guys. So we're gonna call it a show here. Soon as we finish this, we're jumping into our creative meeting for Victory Road. We got great stuff planned for Victory Road. It's honestly one of the biggest things I like about doing bi-monthly pay-per-views every other month, because we can really make every single one of them feel huge.
Yep.
Victory Road, I'm super pumped for it. This will go up. That creative meeting is going to go up pretty much right after it. We're going to knock it out tonight, square away our Victory Road, and I really think you're going to like what we got planned for Victory Road. So thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you liked our matches, our matchups. Leave a comment, leave a like. Guys, we read all those comments. We take all those comments into consideration. So we love getting them. We love engaging with them. We love engaging with you guys. So leave those comments. Hit that subscribe button. Hit us up on Reddit. Check out our Instagram and Twitter as well. We're brand new on Instagram and Twitter. It's Book It Better. It's at Book It Better 1 on Twitter and at Book It Better on Instagram. So thanks for joining us. And, come back, some other time.